Right next, I'm like, oh.
Somebody call my mama. Somebody call my mama. Somebody please call my mama. Big mama's in the house. Big mama's in the hizzles. Yeah, this is I quite like this guy with the mic, with the megaphone. At first I thought he was a bit of a regressive, but actually he's talking about the WEF and Agenda 30 and stuff. It's actually quite funny as well. Sorry, I'm just deleting my... Hello, darling.
I'm interrupting your video.
No, I don't know why I did that, but no, sorry. Just I don't know why.
No.
I went to do that.
Well, of course.
I went to do that, and I don't know why. I've just met you, and just instinctively I've gone to do that.
That's great. That's cool. Listen, I've got to head off every Friday.
Tomorrow.
7:30 Baker Street.
I'll message you. I'll send you a message saying it's me.
I'm not going to be able to make it, but next Friday I can make it.
Yeah. I'll send you some stuff anyway.
Yeah, please.
Okay, get
and
home.
Also, where's your channel? I've never seen your channel, Finch.
It's this here, so that's my channel. This Delivering Liberty. That one there. That's me. But the other thing is UNN. But I'll show you that. Yeah, you can find out, and then you'll find out. I'll send you. Let me. This is my Telegram.
Good screen, by the way.
Yeah. So it's my old backup phone.
Yeah,
so
fantastic.
It's a little cheap one. So just so I can multitask whilst I'm doing this. But this is my. You think you're not on Telegram?
I am on Telegram. Yeah.
Let me find it.
What is this all about? Is something different?
Yeah, so the Prime Minister's resigns. So you see all the press up there, all the shield press up there, their press cards, right? And we're just waiting to see what happens, really. So I'm just doing a line. I'll go up to the yellow boards as well. Actually, quite fitting. There's yellow boards, guys. Just in the chat. There's yellow boards, and I'm going to go over there as well to check them out as well. So it's quite good. You've got all the traffic now because of the PM resigning. So you've got to get more people eyeballs on those things. So yeah, this. Sorry, let me turn off the battery so, and then we'll properly see it. Yeah. So this, I just did that now. So that's my channel, Delivering Liberty. There on our thing.
Delivering Liberty.
But let me show you that thing. If I can it's just sort of all loading up at the moment. Oh, there we go. So it's this. So there's something on Saturday as well. So after Jeff's thing, then there's a thing in East London. There's a meet up in East London, the George pub, you know, near South Woodford.
I don't know, but I live in East London.
I'll send you the stuff. I'll send you the stuff, right?
Fantastic,
But yeah, every Friday for that one.
Cool.
Take care. Get home safe. Yeah, take care. See you later. I'll go to this guy. This guy's hilarious. Also, guys, you've got Just Stop Oil over there. There's only about 5 of them, but no doubt they'll get mainstream coverage. You've got this. I think that's the Iran/Persian revolutionary thing. So let's see. And you've got the yellow board people just up ahead where Steve Bray normally is. Where's Steve Bray gone to? Has he finally given up? We'll get this guy wants to get So you've got all the shield controlled media down there. You can see.
Are you from London? Downing Street and chill.
Netflix and chill.
Downing Street and chill. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Downing Street and chill. We got that. Hello.
I saw CNN here as well. I don't know why the fuck CNN are here, but I didn't know they had like a British, UK sort of.
Am I going to be on the same day? Oh, I'm going to be on the same day.
Get the makeup, get the makeup, get the makeup.
Do you know who he is?
Amazing!
Oh, right. No, not the guy who's just in his name.
Yeah. Oh, the camera? No, I don't. So it's like a broadcast. He's outside, he's not a press pass.
Yeah, afternoon, Matt Zilla. I know you've just done a previous one.
Can you see all the camera crew outside facing the home of number 10? And that's where 57 of our Prime Ministers have lived, probably 58 now. 58 now with Boris, but Boris has come back. Do you class it as a new one or not? No, it's still 57 in my term, yeah? It's the shortest reign of a Prime Minister. Before that, the shortest reign of a Prime Minister was George Canning. George Canning back in the 80s. You're kidding me, Boris is not back, is he? That's what I've heard. That's coming on my feed this afternoon. Come through.
Come and watch the chaos. It's great fun.
Wow, that's a tour guide. That's a tour thing going. So it's already been a historic moment been made, the shortest Prime Minister in history. So.
I was on this telly, everyone! I've been on telly! Yay! I was on this telly, ain't that gone? I was on this telly. Told you I'd get time, man. Swiss TV!
Swiss TV, right, okay.
Do we know who they are? No. Swiss TV? Swiss. Hot Switzerland. Hot Swiss roll. Swiss roll. Hello.
Hello.
Good. Right, we've got Chinese news. Would you like to interview me? News China. You can interview me if you like. Interview. Okay, wonderful, that's great. Oh, look, they're coming out again. Oh, look at the sun.
Exciting.
Oh, yes. Oh, Will. Yes, I will. No, yes he does. Yes he does. Remove all that. She's amazing.
Hello, Teresa.
Look, Panda, they're putting them back in their van. They're probably have nothing in any van. Pedophiles, but I don't know. Is Rishi Sunak still heating his cylinder? Is he? And I can't heat my home. I need a boyfriend. How else am I going to keep on me printer? You'll do. Officer over there, I think Paris got. Give a look at. Hello. Are you from England? No. Count yourself lucky. Count yourself lucky.
Ich glaube, die meisten stehen einfach nur hier, weil er hier...
I am doing something. I'm impressive. Isn't it? This is why I'm on the wrong 40 milligrams. I am. I'm on protest. Because of this country. Because of the state of these liars. And they can hear me, you bomb bastard. Do you see that? Yes. What are you doing? Call the police. That's it. Look, get them on camera. Get them on camera. They're all a bunch of liars.
What did you say?
They're all a bunch of liars.
Whatever.
Yeah, in about 20 years when I try and have a private life, all of this is going to come back to haunt me. You know that, don't you? You do know that.
Sorry guys, give me 1 second. I've just got to send something off on my other phone.
A new Margaret Thatcher. Oh, thanks. Look at the last one. Look what happened to her. She was nothing but a slapper anyway. Margaret Thatcher was a slide. Sorry, she was. Absolutely.
Right, done.
Margaret Thatcher was a slapper.
Right, quite a lot. It's quite a few people about, guys. Right, sorry, let me catch up with your chat first and see what you're doing. See what's going on about.
Might give that one you will. Teddy Bear. They're all a bunch of liars. We don't want any of them.
They're calling for Boris to come back. Yeah, I would say Sunak, guys. Sunak or Penny Morden, one of the two. That comedian woman who does a cracking impression of Liz Truss must be gutted. I think he might be a tick. He's a comedian, I've heard. Who's coming out? What shills are coming out? Not funny. That broke the camera's back. Was that Liz Truss? Liz Truss flat refused to lower illegal immigration. Guys, I told you, I gave her 6 months. 6 months I gave her.
Oh, we got someone coming in. Thank you so much.
Would you rather Boris or
Which liar's in that car? Which liar's in that car, I wonder? Jaguar, everything. Driving around in the car, what a waste of stuff.
what did he say?
Is it a face shoot? A face on? Sorry. Hello.
Yo, can you say yo Daniel?
Yo Daniel. Yo Daniel. There you go. Okay.
Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels. Don't get me a drink. Don't get me a beer. Have a Stella. Anything other.
Right. I'm gonna have a little walk around. I'm gonna have a little walk around, guys. Right, see what's going on. I'm gonna have a little walk about. I am. Yeah, it's not that. What were you saying about? I heard you say something about Agenda 2030 and all that. What's that about? What's your opinion on that?
The Great Reset.
Great Reset. Yeah. What's that about? You tell us about that. I'm live streaming at the moment, like with some people. So like what? Yeah. I wait till you finish Snickers bar, mate. Because you're not yourself when you don't have your Snickers.
You're not yourself when you're The Great Reset, yeah. All of these people, these politicians, these prime ministers, they're all members of the WEF, the World Economic Forum, Agenda 2030, the Great Reset. It's all about the Internet of Things, the Internet of Humans, turning humans, the whole microchip conspiracy thing really, yeah?
It's just control, it's back control.
The Internet of Bodies, you know, like how we're going to manage humans using technology, you know, putting a chip in people so that you can understand how their mind works, how their health is working. Yep. So that you can select them, you know, things like selective processes. Say, for example, if there was an asteroid wanting to select people, they'd know who to select straight away because they'd have that technology.
I've never heard, you know what, I've never heard that theory before, but maybe not an asteroid, but maybe some sort of like drone or kill kind of thing, because they sort of have that already, haven't they? They've got drone kills.
Digitalising the currency, you know, making currency digital so that every penny of currency is trackable, so everything can be tracked, so that everyone will have a footprint, no matter what you do, where you spend your money, it's tracked.
It's got an audit trail to it, it's got a receipt to it, so they know what you eat, they know everything about
How the banks work now is that you have the central bank and you have all the other banks around it. So the Bank of England is the central bank. We make transactions in the shop.
In the commercial banks,
it goes to the Bank of England, they send it out to whichever bank, Lloyd, Barclays, whatever.
But at the moment, the central banks don't know, because at the moment, when you get money out from your commercial bank, right? All the central bank does. Oh wait, there's Steve Baker over there, total shill. The supposed libertarian Steve Baker. Oh, he's coming over here. Oh my God, he's coming over to mess with the unwashed. Mr. Baker, who do you think the next PM will be? Would it be you? No? There you go. Official word. It's not Steve Baker. Sorry, continue. Yeah, so I was saying, because the commercial bank, all they know is when they give the money to the commercial banks, all they know is numbers. But what the central bank digital currency will do is it will remove the commercial banks, and then central banks, which is supposedly a state entity, will then know everything about what you spend your money on. So if you have one too many Snickers bar, mate, they'll take those Snickers bars off you.
The thing is, You know, the slogan is "You will own nothing and be happy." And by that, what they mean is that they will destroy everything possible and then give you something back to make you think that they saved you. You will own nothing and be happy. So they will save you and you will be happy because you think you were saved. When in reality, it was all part of the agenda in the first place.
Yeah, I agree. You're quite funny. I've been listening to your stuff today. What are you? I heard you say you're a comedian. Is that right? Were you on like social media or anything like that?
TikTok, Instagram.
Instagram. What's your name, mate? So I'm Sean, by the way. Sorry.
Nice to meet you, Sean.
Nice to meet you, mate. What's your name?
Nohun, N-O-H-U-N.
No Hunt, just all together, one word. No Hunt, yeah? There you go, No Hunt.
Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you, mate. I'm going to have a little walk around now and chat to other people. Thank you, mate. Who's Steve Baker guy? So I felt rude, like, just interrupting, just walking away from No Hunt. He's had his Snickers. He's back now. What's, So let's catch up with your chat, guys, so... It's like a WeChat for that and this. Did he say that? I don't think he'll make any difference. Who? Steve Baker? He wouldn't dare say that. Even though it's true. Even though he knows it's true. Where's Baker going? So that's how I'm going to walk over to the we call it the yellow board people before I'm going to go around a long one. First I'm going to go to Just Stop Oil. I'm going to have a chat with Just Stop Oil. Who wants to bet that they don't want to talk to me? What's that? Hello mate, you alright?
Very good, yeah, you?
UK chatting on camp. I'm live streaming at the moment because I was there for the resignation of the Prime Minister, but I thought just to kill the boredom, I'll chat to you lot as well. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Or is that alright? Yeah, is that okay? Yeah. So tell us about the Just Stop Oil stuff.
Hello, my name's Sean. So I'm with the Just Stop Oil Coalition.
Yeah.
We're demanding that the British government immediately hold all new fossil fuel licences in the United Kingdom. We're demanding this in line with the science, which has become evidently clear. The IPCC report is saying we need to move away from fossil fuels.
Yep.
So this is not saying turn off all fossil fuels immediately and right now. But I think we all know that would be absolute chaos. But we do need to start transitioning away. So by the government's own statistics, we have about 8 years worth of reserves within Great Britain that we could use to transition away. And it's looking at like common sense things to reduce how much emissions we're creating. Things like insulating British homes. The majority of the gas that we use in our homes goes straight out through our loft, which is completely pointless. You know, there's houses that are being built today that an old person will freeze and die in this winter because the houses that are being built even today are not to a modern standard. They're not being built with insulation, they're not being built with adequate lofting and stuff like that. And then we're talking about things like public transportation. Although we're in the city of London right now and transportation here is relatively good, could still be improved, but is damn sight better than it is most of the UK. So it's encouraging less people to drive by providing cheap and affordable public transportation, ideally free. This can be paid for through windfall taxes on fossil fuel companies. At the moment, like offshore wind is 9 times cheaper, yet we're investing 32 times more in fossil fuels than we are in green energy.
Okay. I was going to say, like, because I do understand that obviously Just Stop Oil have like really good intentions. I understand. I do believe that you're a well-intentioned guy, and the rest of the organisation is, and all that. But do you find it? You got the Heinz tomato stuff
yes,
here.
We have.
So that's because of the Van Gogh stuff and all of that. It's like, so I don't know if you're aware, right? Trying to find that. I think someone's nicked that leaflet off me that I had earlier. So do you know about the public order bill, for example?
Yes,
it passed through Parliament.
I can't quote it by heart, but I'm aware of it.
Yeah, it passed in Parliament yesterday, or in the Commons, I should say. Right? I think it goes to the House of Lords, etc., and it bounces back a few times, right? Do you find it? Because, like I say, I believe you're all well-intentioned and stuff, and I do believe you're sincere in what you believe and what you do. But do you sometimes find that isn't it funny that the same week, or the same 2 weeks that Just Stop Oil ramp up their protests, whether it's blocking roads, blocking bridges, doing the Van Gogh thing, the petrol station sort of stuff, all that, right? That's the same week that the public order bill is being debated in Commons, right? And that's basically trying to ban protesting, really, overall, right? So you guys never be doing that. Do you find that quite timing? Because then because what it does is, in my opinion, most of the general public get peeved off by it, right? The actions that you guys are doing. And then it makes people, so when people are angry or in fear, they don't think logically anymore. And then when this is being debated in the Commons, the public order bill, now normally people will be fucking like, this absolutely no, we should allow protesting and all of that. But because all of you guys are doing this coincidentally on the week that it's being debated, this then just flies through. There's no opposition to it because everyone's just pissed off by all the protests that you guys are causing. I understand it's for good. It's for good.
Yeah,
you think it's for good intentions.
I do absolutely get
do you think there's
point.
something?
I get what you're saying.
Do you think perhaps there's some sort of form of control and manipulation going on?
No,
perhaps?
I do get the angle you're angling at, but I'm not going to answer that question 100% directly. Basically, what?
Have you ever thought about it?
Basically, my point of view, my personal point of view, and I can speak for not all of Just Stop Oil, but certainly, if the government is fearing they're going to put in laws to stop it anyway, that isn't like. If protesters is working, then they need to put in laws to stop it. So to me, it's a sign that actually they know they're losing public support. I don't think the public are against protesting. The public are very much on the side of protesters. Obviously, disruption is disruption. You are going to upset people. We don't go out aiming to upset people, but it is a consequence of our actions. So, but you can look back in history about how things have changed. They cracked down on the queer rights movement for a long period of time. They brought in laws, they brought in regulations, they're crashing down on the queer community, and then eventually all of that stumbled into queer liberation. We had the same thing with the suffragettes. People say, well, it was World War I really, and the women, going in. Wars have been happening for decades, and women have been taking over the land while wars have been happening. But the suffragette movement highlighted the fact that women's suffrage was needed. Same with Martin Luther King, He was the most hated man in America, Now we build statues in his name, So, as far as I'm concerned, you can hate me. I'm a 25-year-old man who worked in green energy my entire life. I work in food kitchens, I work in charity. If I'm your enemy and I'm the evil man, that's fine. Hate me all you want. Send me hate letters in the mail, but support the demand. We need the demand of Just Stop Oil to happen. We're demanding that the government end all new fossil fuel licenses. We're meeting at 11 a.m, 10 Downing Street every day.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, but I'm just, and like I said, I do believe that you're committed in what you're doing, and you generally do have good intention. I don't think that some people say, "Oh, they're all actors, they're all paid pro, they're all actors, paid pro," and I don't think that person.
I'm really waiting for my paycheck because
There's it. It's there. Look, it's these.
I'm looking forward to my paycheck because I keep getting told it's come. It's going to come. So I'm like, brilliant, and then never turns up. But one of these days, George Soros, whoever it is going to drop a couple of £1 million in my pound. I'm going to disappear and live a life of luxury. It's going to be great.
But I'll tell you what, because like I said, I always keep in mind what's going on in. So when I know these, so there's 10 bills currently going through Parliament right now, and they're all highly awful. You would think that, oh my God, are we in North Korea or something like that, right?
The laws here,
but I got a funny feeling. Now maybe this will be a coincidence, right? But it's something to maybe keep in mind, right? That when it's going to be debated in the House of Lords, this public order bill, which should be, I don't know, a month's time, let's say, perhaps. It's always so slow, these things, right? Bills going through Parliament, right? If Just Stop Oil starts ramping up just that thing, that's usually I go, right, there's something more to this than meets the eye.
Well, so things always do ramp up when things like that are happening. Lots of different groups go out protesting, not just us. Last time the public order bill came around, loads of groups come out. It's showing to the government that they can bring out these things. They have imprisoned many of us, 52 of us, 54 of us have been to prison. I've been found guilty myself. I got a suspended sentence. But it's not going to deter us because the climate crisis, the energy crisis and the cost of living crisis is so much more terrifying than sitting in a cell and having a vegan lasagna. That's not going to deter me. They can imprison me for the rest of my life as long as they take action. And unless we start taking action, coming out, like we look at the poll tax, look how the media responded to the poll tax back then. It was positive, people were talking good about the poll tax, and now you look at us, you know, you get the media and they're coming out with this outrageous stuff, you know, eco-terrorists, eco-mob, the great unwashed. We've got doctors, nurses, you know, young people like myself who work in green energy is passionate about, you know, helping people in the cost of living crisis. You've got students, you've got, you know, mothers, fathers, grandparents. It's not this, you know, oldie moldy thing you talk about, like, you know, it's a massive intersection of the population that are terrified, and these are the people who are putting their liberty on the line. So what I would say is, rather than say we're the issue, start listening to the science and join us, because that is what's needed. If we all got out on the streets today, if every single person in the United Kingdom stood out for one day, just one day, and refused to participate, we would change everything overnight.
Okay, so it's an off-related topic. What was your? Because obviously, you know, you believe in protests. Obviously, I mean, you're you're doing one now technically. What do you think that some protests should be banned? Like, do you think all protests should be allowed? And like,
so we're a non-violent direct action group. I think it's always a very, very difficult question to ask. The plain answer is no. I don't think any form of protesting, or not any form. I don't think protesting should be banned. But then, how do you define protesting? You know, like, so we know that when we sit down on the roads and we glue ourselves, for example, that will eventually become obstruction of the highway. It is still a protest, but it's an illegal protest. So how far do you know, the problem is you talk about like the legality. You can only protest if it's legal. No protest that's ever worked in human history was legal. You know, the government, if you sit there, there's a lovely box they have over there that the government allow people to protest in.
I find that ridiculous, that notion.
And nobody ever goes to talk to them, because unfortunately no one listens to them, because they're in their little box and they're ignorable.
I do think it's mad that they just go, oh yeah, you can go protest there. It's like, no, I'll go protest wherever I want.
If the government are telling me where to protest and telling me how to protest, I know that's the wrong form of protest, because they're only telling me to do that type of protest because they know that won't work. If they think it'll work, they'll ban it.
What did you think about? There was a lot of you know, the anti-lockdown protests and all that, and Speaker's Corner being shut down, all that, and there were people getting arrested and all.
I'm personally triple vaxxed. But again, the way they were cracked down on was horrible. They did, you know, they have the right to protest, they have the right to assemble, and I do think that they were treated far too harshly. I'm vaccinated. I am pro-vaccination. But again, protest is protest. You can't say, oh, well, I like Just Stop Oil's message, and so I agree with that, so our protest is fine, but we don't like what they're saying, so their protest is not. You know? So I think there has to be that level of tolerance. I have struggled, because there's some of the, you know, anti-vaxxers, and they come over to me and they're constantly calling me a sheep and blah, blah in my ear, constantly. And it's like, actually, many things we agree. We both dislike the government. We both think the government is overstepping its mark and not doing its job. You know, we both agree that we should be highlighting the atrocities that the government is doing. You know, we could work closer together. I don't think you'll ever convince me to be an anti-vaxxer, but we could certainly work together. Protest groups, it's a coalition coming together. When factionalism dies is when we might actually achieve something. As long as these different groups going, oh no, Just Stop Oil, they're horrible. No, they're horrible. They're Black Lives Matter, they're horrible.
I think because a lot of people are quite concerned, I think, because obviously it's like fossil fuels and stuff like that. Although there's some people that say that is oil even a fossil fuel itself. That's what some people have said, right? I don't know whether that's true or not. But they say that but if you do just stop oil, literally, you're pretty much taking people back to pre-industrial sort of revolution times.
If we stopped it right now, yes we would. Everyone would die within a week. I would be dead within a week. We are not asking for the government to halt all fossil fuels immediately right now. The United Kingdom has 8 years worth of reserves. The biggest issue we have in the UK is that we're not transitioning away. So it's not turning off the fuel overnight. Like, even green energy will take a certain amount of fossil fuels to get it started up and get it started. But we need to start working on that transition. I think this is what a lot of people miss. They think that we're against the working people, we're against people driving to work. If you're going to work to feed your children and going out in your diesel car or your petrol car, you are not our enemy. You know, the enemy is the ones who are making that your only option. Like, you go shopping and you cannot shop without buying plastic because it's impossible not to. There's options not to, but it's not being invested in. Fossil fuels are currently 32 times more funded than renewables. Offshore wind is 9 times cheaper. Offshore wind is one of the most expensive form of renewables because it's offshore. It has to be built on the seabed, and that obviously takes more resources. So if offshore wind is 9 times cheaper, why are we not investing in that?
Well, they're usually called unreliables, though, aren't they? They're not. It's like, are they? Like, this is the thing. I'm not against. I'm personally not against never use. I could be on board. Okay, fine. We won't use coal anymore. We won't use any fossil fuels anymore. So but there is nothing, in my opinion, like solar,
on
wind.
That reliability. So I work in green renewable energy, and you're absolutely right. At the moment, there is a gap. That's again why we're talking about transition period. Again, let's say we turned off all the fossil fuels today, and we use what we currently have in renewables. It would not be enough to cover the surge because there's a massive difference in the production energy. I think in the UK, do not quote me on this because I could be a little bit wrong on my quote on this, but I think it's about 10 to 12% of the UK's energy is currently produced by green renewables, which obviously if we turned off the 90% that is fossil fuels, that would still lead to mayhem. So again, this 8-year transition period is the main thing we're talking about. Doing common sense things like insulating British homes. Most of the gas that we use goes straight out of your loft because we're building houses this year that an old person will die in this winter because the houses we're building today are not to a high enough standard. You know, we've got public transportation issues. It's all these different privatised companies that don't work together. They're always been cancelled, all these different issues. You know, so it's working to reduce your need of fossil fuels, you know, and that has to be done on a national level. We can all do our personal things, like I buy everything second hand. I've personally never flown, but you know what my individual change has actually done for the climate change? Absolutely nothing, because I'm too small, I'm too individual to really make a change.
What's your opinion on the thing that most people say, not most, but some people say that it's like man, you know, man does have an effect on the climate, I would say, right?
Yes.
But in terms of like the greater scheme of things, of the universe, you know, whatever you want to create, some people say like we're more like ants on the earth, you know, like we don't really affect the climate majorly, like minor, yeah, there are some of that, but mostly people say
industrial revolution yet.
Yes, yeah, but even so, it's still like a,
we've got
small,
unequivocal scientific evidence.
Some people say, like for example, like Piers Corbyn, for example, you know, brother of Jeremy, right? Because he attends all of these Just Stop Oil sometimes to make a protest or whatever.
Yes.
Like I've spoken to him, and he says that it's mostly solar related. It's not really, because his idea is, and I must admit I do sort of believe this as well, in the sense of what they've worked out is that obviously it's mostly solar related, right? And they can't tax the sun. They can't make any money out of the sun, so much so. So instead they'll put the tax on the human. They go, oh, actually it's man-made. So we can put a tax on man. We can't put a tax on the sun, you see.
That would work if we were. So I would believe that narrative.
So it's about control. It's not so much as controlling climate. It's about controlling you.
We are not. So you're saying that we're investing in green renewable energy to tax the man, right?
Well, it's like who builds all of these renewables?
Accept it's true, right? Let's accept it's true.
Yeah.
Right. So if the best way to tax mankind is renewables, why are we doing 32 times more on fossil fuels? The narrative kind of falls short there.
Well, it's you've got carbon taxes. They want you've got ULEZ in this. ULEZ in this city, for example.
Most carbon taxes are the most pointless because they're done on the small working class person. It's like me or you having to pay an extra 50 pence to buy a plastic bottle doesn't resolve the issue that we still need plastic bottles.
No, that's true. Yeah.
We need to move. So it's right.
That's true, but they still make money on it. You see what I mean?
Sin if you can afford it. It's like what's called the Catholic Church. Oh my God, what's that word? Something of the Catholic Church. When they were selling
enlightenment. Oh.
Yeah, no. When they were basically, if you paid the church money, there was.
Oh yes, yes. You repent. Yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about. I know what you mean, though. Yeah.
They're doing the same thing with these things. Like it's like, well, if you can, like I say with sugar tax, it's like a pointless thing. It's like, we need to reduce sugar consumption, sure, but just saying you can only have sugar if you can afford it doesn't actually resolve our dietary issues. It's the same with the environment.
Yes, but the sugar tax makes money for the state. Do you see what I mean? So they know it's all BS, but then they'll still put a tax in it in order to try and make money on it. Yeah.
We need policy change, not taxing the working class. Yeah. You know, like Shell, BP, these companies have said they have more money than they know what to do with.
It's quite, because like I'm quite perplexed by. So you've got all of these people such as Al Gore and Barack Obama and stuff, right, who have recently purchased property on you know, basically coastal kind of towns where they've said years ago that it would be submerged by now, but yet they still buy. I mean, like banks right now still give out mortgages of like 20 to 30 years to pay off, right? And it's like, well, if they drink, and keeping in mind all of these big corporations, these big multinational corporations, they sort of a lot of the time sponsor these green incentives. So why would they give out 20 to 30 year mortgages if they genuinely do believe?
You get these small little token sponsorships, but it's not the same thing. Like as we're often told, look where the money is.
Yeah, follow the money. Follow the money. Yes.
The money is not going to renewables. The money is not going to green energy. The money is not going to insulation. The money is not going to the cost of living crisis. The money is trickling up to the ruling classes and the rich. So that's why I always laugh, because we agree on these things, but we have different enemies of it. It's just we agree on the enemy.
Yeah, exactly. We do. But it's like, what I don't like is, and like I said, you seem like a really nice guy, and so does the Just Stop Oil people. You know, I've generally been to some meetings of Just Stop Oil just to hear what they have to say. You know, because I like talking to people like we're doing now, right? Just to hear out, because you know, if you don't talk to each other, you can't meet on. You know, we've had a lot to agree with here. But what I don't like seeing is that there's some form, I think that there's a form of a manipulation going on, right? So that perhaps some people can't see, and they're being manipulated in order to push these kind of policies through in order to ultimately control humanity more. Like they put taxes on people, remove their vehicles.
You've like pointed out already that the government is cracking down on us. Yeah. That doesn't mean they're agreeing with us and putting in the policies. They're cracking down on us. They're trying to stop us from doing it.
Yes.
And yet we're being pushed by the strings over our heads to get these policies through.
Yes, because it's
stopping us from doing it. They don't want to implement these policies. They're not insulating British homes. They're letting people freeze. They're letting people die. But then we are the puppeteers that are.
But it does seem that all the major governments of the world and major corporations are speaking of green policies. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, but you're putting your money where your mouth is.
Yeah. But like I said, we have ULEZ here, and a lot of people forget. People think that this is a Sadiq Khan policy, ULEZ. It was actually a Boris Johnson when he was mayor. He brought in ULEZ, Boris Johnson did, when he was mayor of London. So it's actually a conservative measure, the ULEZ. So, I mean, do you think the ULEZ is a good idea, for example, the ultra low emission zone? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I didn't know the term. I know ultra low emission zone.
Yeah.
Again, that's another thing I find.
But because again, it's like they put this on.
It's no point having an ultra low emission zone if you don't have the public transport to take over the demand. So again, it's just another way of taxing the poor. Like, because at the end of the day, Teslas, everyone can't afford one. One, if everyone did afford one, we'd run out of cobalt. They're not going to resolve the problem. Teslas are not going to resolve the problem. Like, they're good in the fact that they don't emit localized emissions, but it takes 20 years for a Tesla to actually become carbon neutral. So although it's emitting no emissions, the process of making it emits emissions.
Yes, because it's lithium battery.
It gets rid of localized emissions, which if you're in a big city is a good thing. Like, so having electric buses, a large transportation is good. Having individual cars is not going to be the answer to that, because it's like, unless you, like, how many people do you know who keeps a car for 20 years?
I've not had a car long enough to make it 20 years, so I can't argue it, but I don't know. No, very few people.
So unless you're going to keep your Tesla for 20 years and continue using it, you've not helped the climate crisis, you've helped your ego. You've bought a car that's green.
There's actually a South Park episode about that, about they love the smell of their own farts and stuff. But
I've seen that.
Yeah, it's that sort of thing. They're not actually doing anything.
It's like, and it's this thing we're talking about. It's, we all want the government to change policy. We all want direct action and direct change to happen. And these little small solutions are, like, individual change is important. Like, I'm personally vegan. I buy all my stuff second hand. And I think I've already told you this, but yeah, so like my individual change doesn't actually help the climate crisis because I'm too minuscule and I'm too small. We need policy change. We need to be able to, have the options of renewables. Like, I worked in fossil fuels, in green renewable energy. Like, it is so much cheaper, but the UK has a standardised pricing. And the reason for that standardised pricing is because green energy is so much cheaper. If we were able to offer what we would costing us to produce it, everyone would change to green energy because it would be so much cheaper, but that would put the fossil fuel industry out of business. And so government doesn't allow us, and we talk about capitalism and free enterprise and free market. That's not free market, that's not capitalism.
No,
that's
it's corporatism.
socialism for the rich. The socialism
Yes.
can be bought out, the rich can be bought out,
Wow.
they'll never go
I didn't
forward,
expect you to say that, to be honest with you. I didn't expect you to say something like that, but yeah.
Well,
but anyway, Sean,
it's not a
great,
just off one
great talking to you.
message is
Great talking to you. It's interesting conversation. I've got to admit. But yeah, like I said, I'm here to just cover a few things. I'll go to the Iranian
11
one.
a.m., 10 Downing Street, every day.
There you go. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. You want to follow? It's Delivering Liberty. I'm currently live streaming on Delivering Liberty. If you can remember that. Delivering Liberty. That's me. And I'm live streaming now. But thank you very much, Sean. Take care. Have a good day. See, interesting conversations, guys. I didn't expect to say that last bit about the free market stuff. I was like about to go, oh, here we go. But he actually shocked me there. Oh, look, I see Mark Sexton over there in his suit. Why is Mark Sexton walking around with a fucking suit all the time there? Yeah, and also, my battery will probably die, so I want to get as much footage as possible of other things going on. So we'll go back over to Downing Street later. Let's go. Let's go to the Iranian. I think this is Iranian protest. So. Got this sort of stuff. You know what I'm going to do first, quickly, because they're all sort of sitting down at the moment. Let me go to see the yellow board. That's the only reason. That's the primary reason why I was here. Liz Truss resigning was just good timing in that sense. And let's go over there, and then I'll come back to the Iranian one, because they all look sort of like they're knackered and they've got low energy. Yeah, Mark Sexton's always wearing suits now. What's that all about? Like not just a suit you wear at the office, like a proper like I'm going to some sort of ceremony kind of suit. So you'll have all of the Fleet Street cockroaches at the Red Lion pub probably, and around the corner at the St. Stephen's Tavern. Let's see who's here. Anyone? They'll all be around at 5 p.m. after they finish writing up the Daily Tyranny. There's no one there I recognise. Sexton Sue is his own YouTube channel. Yeah, it's got its own Twitter account. Yeah, I do get around, Fox. That's what all the ladies say. So I see the yellow board people up there. Planted some seeds, perhaps, of the Just Stop War. Because the thing, like I said, I generally do believe they're well-intentioned people, right? But I do feel as though there is something controlled and more going on than meets the eye, and that's what I mean. It's like and I hate to see people manipulated like that. It really does bother me. Let's see what's going on. There's some sort of debate going on between these gentlemen. See this. Got some over there as well. This one here. Yeah. What? Sorry? Sorry? What?
They really tried to meet in your parliamentary.
Do you mind being on camera? Do you mind being on camera? No. What? You
to push the trade today.
what's this about, sir? What about?
That was the first meeting of the all-parliamentary group for investigating vaccine injuries.
Okay, yeah.
And
Isn't the vote on Monday, isn't it? I believe there's a debate on.
There's going to be a debate in Parliament.
Yeah.
This is the all-parliamentary committee, which has basically invited the vaccine injured and other doctors who are also taking an interest in it. And Asim Malhotra gave a presentation about the situation. He's been very vocal, of course, in the media on this and he's demanding the complete termination right now of the vaccine programme.
Yeah.
There was also a lot of vaccine injured there, and they were, demanding. They were, expressing their.
Where was this held, sir?
It was held in one of the committee rooms in the House of Commons.
there, yeah.
So the vaccine injured were expressing their frustration and outrage about the fact that they're not getting any compensation. They're not even getting any.
Well, they're being totally
just totally ignored.
They've been atomised. They've been isolated. They don't. No one wants to deal with them because it's like they're going against that main narrative of get your jabs, you'll be all right. That sort of narrative.
And there's supposedly a system in place for claiming, the compensation, but there's thousands of people applied, and they only deal with about apparently 13 per month. So they're just not getting through these. And Lisa Shaw's husband was there. She was the BBC presenter who died, and he said that her death was recorded on her death certificate as being vaccine caused by the AstraZeneca vaccine, and even he has not yet received acknowledged that as being a vaccine. He hasn't had any compensation yet, so it's really a very bad state of affairs.
Oh no, that's quite terrible. What's your? I mean, you're not an MP, are you?
No, so I'm a professor of risk, and I've been investigating the kind of statistics on COVID and.
What's your name, sir? Sorry.
Norman Fencer.
Norman Fencer. Sorry, you scared away these people. Yeah. So. That's quite.
We've been, as my colleague there, Martin, we've been investigating this right from the start. We've exposed right from the beginning the problems with the data the government presented. The whole narrative on COVID has been basically flawed. Has been absolutely skewed by flawed statistics. So. Misuse of statistics. They exaggerated the scale of the pandemic, and then they massively exaggerated the efficacy and safety of the vaccines.
What would a committee like, though? I mean, I assume they sort of they try and remain impartial, don't they? I imagine.
Well, the problem is there was only 3 MPs turned up.
Who were they? Sorry, if you mind me asking.
So Christopher Cho. I don't know the names of the 2 others.
Desmond Swain.
He was the guy from Dubai, and I think the guy from Bournemouth, but who have been 2 because I've met them before, who have been sympathetic to Gordon. The trouble is they're amongst not even a handful.
What parties? I know COPE is Conservative. Who are the other 2?
I think these are all Conservatives.
All Conservative, okay.
Yeah, most of the Labour MPs are completely bought into the narrative. So we were just saying, they said to the vaccine injured, you should complain to your MPs. Well, everyone's done that. I mean, we complain.
I've seen some, you say about the Labour, but there's some Tory MP. Who was the woman that recently, what's her name? What's the name of the Peckham MP? It's not her though, but she's got the same name as her, the first name. Harriet, it's not Harriet Harman, but there's another Harriet, it's Tory MP, I believe. Someone wrote something about the injury thing, and she wrote back saying, oh no, sorry, that was Ukraine, sorry, ignore me, that was a Ukraine thing.
Oh no, the thing is, this is the thing, if you send them evidence, any of these MPs, you write to them, say, look at the evidence of vaccine injury, look at the evidence that the number of cases of COVID has been exaggerated. They simply send you back. They replied saying all of this has been refuted by Full Fact, and they send you links to Full Fact, which is of course funded by pharma industry funded by Bill Gates.
That's right, yeah.
It's just, you know, a completely biased organisation which is simply trying to call anybody who raises concerns spreaders of disinformation.
Yeah.
So,
and when's the next sort of meeting or whatever?
well, so I think the next meeting of this committee is in December.
Yeah.
But on Monday, there's actually a debate in Parliament.
Yeah. So do you know who Anthony Webber is?
The name rings a bell.
Yeah, he's a social commentator. I think he used to be an MP himself, but on one of the islands, one of the like Guernsey or Jersey, one of the two. He was an MP there. But anyway, he's here now. He's actually the one that the actual debates. That is only occurring because he got 100,000 signatures.
Right.
So it's because of him that is that thing. But we're here Monday. I'm going to be here myself Monday, meeting at the Churchill statue there from about 12 noon. So I don't know if you're about. Just come along. So there'll be. Yeah. I know Harman's Peckham, but Harriet is the other. But I got it totally wrong though. Anyway, but so we're going to be there. But thank you very much, mate. Yeah, for that. Yeah. I think you've been on Mike Graham's program a few times. Is that right? Someone's saying in the comments. Mike, you've been on Mike Graham's show a few times?
I've done loads of podcasts. I haven't done Mike Graham's.
Oh, that was someone says here. Must have been
Magic
wrong.
Nawaz.
Magic Nawaz? Yeah, maybe it was him. Maybe.
He was here today.
Oh, was he?
So was Matt Letitia, yeah.
Yes, I'm going to see Matt Letitia later. He's speaking with Godfrey Bloom in Chelsea Town Hall. Yeah, I'll be going to that later. So they've asked me to film it, or be one of the live streamers for it.
So what's your...
My YouTube channel is called Delivering Liberty, but I work with a news network called Unity News Network, UNN. So maybe you can come on the show. We do a live broadcast and stuff, on every day, 12 days a week.
So how are you live streaming this?
I'm live streaming from my YouTube channel at the moment, but I host a show on UNN on the weekdays normally, or in the afternoons. But David Clues, Scottish fella, is the main lead anchor, you know what I mean? The lead person on it. So, but yeah, I'll because I'm live now. Hang on, let me.
Trying to get your.
I can, if I take your number, I want because you don't say it online here, because you never know who's watching. I might actually mute. Let me just mute this guy just to Southampton legend. Yeah, is Matt Letitia. Yeah. Sorry, someone said that in the chat. Someone said that. Let me see. Sorry guys, yeah, you're back. So I just wanted to get this gentleman's contacts, that's all. Thank you, Norman. Cheers, man. Thank you very much. So, man, you good? So, that was the other chap, was it?
Yeah, from
Danny Kruger. And who was the other? There was three of them, he said. Who was the other one?
John?
He doesn't know.
Desmond Swain, he said.
Desmond Swain, really?
Yeah,
okay, thank you.
Desmond Swain there, sir?
Who was the third? He was. That was the third MP, was it? Thank you. So Dennis Kruger, Cope, and Swain were the three MPs. One to that other one, that Child. Do you remember that one?
Charles Walker.
Charles Walker. I always say Charles Walker. What happened to him?
He's probably gone silent now.
Yeah.
He knows it's a risk. So this thing tonight, you have to pay, don't you?
What thing? Tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Let's pay £12.50 to
Yeah, I heard it's £12.50. Originally it's 25 quid. I'm like, fuck that.
Have you paid £12.50?
I haven't paid it all yet. I'm gonna turn up and then see what happens. I'll pay by cash, won't I?
He said,
Cash is king, baby. Look at that. Look. Cash is freedom, baby. They'll go, have you paid? I'll go, no, I haven't, mate, because I only pay it by cash. That's what I'll say.
how did you get one of these?
Yeah, here's my ticket, mate. It's that. Yeah, here's my ticket. I don't do online. I don't pay for online. You donuts should know. Just pay at the door instead of getting people to pay online. So yeah, it's quite buzzing today. It's quite buzzing. That was quite interesting, guys, with that Norman Fenton. Who was the other bloke? Someone in the chat was going, oh, he's been on these shows and whatever, but I didn't notice him. No, I didn't know personally, no.
Yeah. Good to go tonight, play these ones.
There you go. Oh, that's good. I like that. I'm having this. Yeah. Look at that guy. That is funny. Yeah, here you go. Snide 20. Got Snide 20, yeah. I'm going to go into Tesco now and go, here you go, mate.
Get their self-service machine.
Do you know what? They'll probably queue for this, you know. That's the thing about it, yeah. But this is the thing. All the fucking state prints money non-stop, right? So what's wrong with me giving that in? It's worth the same. On the back. That's on the back, guys. On the front, right? See? WF Tyrant is biggest coup ever affected our British public. Yeah, I'm having that.
That was hilarious, right? Because I got taken there.
So I'm going to have a little walk around. Let's look at the signs actually before I do that. Look at the signs. See this one. Would your government harm to you? And we see the other side. How many boosters can your body take? Reject COVID mandates, no digital control. There you go, guys. See? Like that. I'm going to show you. I'm going to see some other signs. Hang on. Let's see. We got vaxxed or not. We all have been lied to. This. I showed this one earlier. Pfizer knew their vaccine would kill. Got, can we trust the media or are they playing us? What's on the other one? This one, beat for freedom. Why inflict poison on our kids? Toxic by design. COVID jabs are toxic by design by Mike Yeadon. Would they really do that? So ex-Vice President of Pfizer says it's toxic by design. What's the other side? Can we trust the media or are they playing us? So there you go. There you go, guys. So this facts kills safety and efficiency. Why inflict poison on our kids? There you go, guys. We're currently at Parliament here, and it's quite fitting because when the Prime Minister's resigned, so obviously there's a lot of traffic. You know, when I say traffic, I don't mean like the vehicle, I mean people. So there's a lot more eyeballs on the board. So we got this. This ends when we say no. Vax mRNA or something to speak overall Parliament. Yeah, hello, you alright? Yeah, you good? I thought I could film this, see what the signs say.
David coming on Monday.
David Clues?
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure if I'm honest, I'll ask him.
When I spoke to him, he was going to be here for the
Yeah, but then it changed because of the Queen's funeral.
He's not planning to.
I honestly, I would say at this moment no, but that might change. I don't know. I would say no. Probably most likely no.
Right.
But we'll see when. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to put up with me.
I've just been to the Parliamentary Commission.
Oh, were you inside?
Yes, I was.
I wasn't. No, I wasn't aware it was even on today.
It was today.
Could anyone go in? Was it open to the public?
Well, officially, you had to have an invitation.
Yeah.
But we just went in and they let us in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was it? How did you? What? There were three MPs showed up, didn't there?
Yes, there were 3 MPs.
Yeah.
And there were obviously the relatives of the injured and the dead.
Yeah. So Lisa, I know someone said Lisa Shaw's husband was there.
Yes, he was there.
Majid Nawaz was there? Someone said as well.
Majid Nawaz.
Yeah, Majid Nawaz
and also the
Matt Letizia.
Mark
Sexton.
Mark
That's why Mark Sexton's here. Oh, yes, right.
He was here, yeah.
That's why he's in his suit.
I would say I was a bit disappointed with the MPs.
I'm always disappointed in
You
them,
know,
but yeah.
but you know this already.
Yeah.
But so the relatives were very angry and they were asking a lot of questions. And they said they're not going to stop. They will just push and push and push until they have a result.
Yeah.
So hopefully we will see something.
Yeah.
We will see what happens on Monday.
But yes, yeah. But what else was going on though in the committee? Was it how long was it for example?
Probably 1.5 hours. Maybe
hour and a half.
more than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And what were the MPs saying? Because who was it? Who were the 3 MPs? I heard Swain, and
I don't know the
and a guy called Kruger, Dennis Kruger.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard of that fella before. Yeah.
No, I mean they were okay, but you know they were trying to pacify everybody, etc., etc.
Yes.
But I wouldn't say that they were taking a kind of a radical posture and say they said we're going to help and we're not going to stop here, blah blah blah. But I would like them to say something about the BBC and the mass media, because they are always hushing it up, you know.
Yes.
So I'm not even sure that this parliamentary discussion will be covered, or because the last time I think Swain was talking in the parliament about it, and the YouTube video was removed.
Oh wow, was
that.
it? Wow.
So I don't know.
I know,
what's
so
gonna
much
happen this
censorship.
time.
Yeah, I mean, I say wow, but I'm not surprised, really.
Nobody is surprised, but that's how they operate, so I don't know.
Yeah, not Freddy Krueger, Dennis Kruger, I believe his name is. But yeah, okay. Well, thanks very much for that. Yeah, like I said, Monday we'll see what happens. I mean, you got to rely on the non-mainstream media now. You got to rely on the UNN and UK column, etc. Yeah.
But they don't have a huge coverage in the UK. So I don't know. Do you think the MPs can put some pressure on the BBC and make them record this in the news at least?
No, very much. I don't think that's how it works at all. No, I don't think so. In an ideal world, but no, I don't think so. But anyway, thank you for that. Thanks for the update. Thank you. Have a little walk around.
Nice seeing you. Yeah?
Thank you. You too. Nice seeing you. It's quite the church. So, like I said, Monday, guys, those who are watching, the debate is going to go on the House of Commons due to Anthony Webber's petition. So we're meeting here at 12 noon. It's Anthony Webber. You know, he works for UNN as well, Unity News Network, and National Alliance UK, I believe it is. So 12 noon at the Churchill statue here, and we're going to have like a sort of rally-like thing, and they're going to be debating that in the afternoon. So we'll see how it goes. Well, am I expecting wonders? Not really, but it's a way of putting a bit of pressure on them, innit? Just saying, look mate, we're watching you lot. Oh, back me. Better get run over. Yeah, well apparently according to that lady, the speech was taken down, so... Mossa actual would take that when he was drunk. Take what? Well, what were we talking about at that point then at the time? He said that. What's your gut feeling? Says one thing. Resistance, stay strong, speak out. WF time around big. Poison says Luke Montague, what's his virologist and Nobel Prize winner. Wow. Folks wouldn't even know about. What's this say in the front here? Facts injured need justice. There you go. See, from someone. The cyclist just said ignorance to this lady. You've got. What does this say? It says 11 years old dying of heart attacks. Stop that. What's the other side say, sir? COVID jabs causing myocarditis leading to heart attacks. Thank you. And then this one, my dear, the last one. Oh yeah, what's your gut feeling? So, about Ukraine monkeypox, I assume, and then the virus.
Look at the Ukrainian flag up there.
Put the Ukrainian flag up there. I mean, but our government wouldn't lie to us, right? Our government would never lie to us, right?
Government would.
And
Even the Chinese
I mean, it's not dog shit all that like that state buildings are flying the Ukraine flag. It's not odd at all that MI6 are flying the Ukraine flag. It's not. I mean, they're trustworthy organisations, MI6, MI5. They're flying the Ukraine flag. It's not, guys. It's totally legit. Let's see the back of the sign. What does it say? Oh yeah, I've got that one. Yeah, resistance. That. Okay, cool. Wow.
Are you going to put this anywhere in particular?
I'm live streaming at the moment now. I'm live streaming now. Yeah. So, oh, you're okay being on camera? Cool. I wasn't too sure. What do you think about? Were you just at the committee meeting?
No, I didn't go to that.
No.
No, Malhotra was in there. Were you in it?
No. Had I known, I would have went to it, but
I was kind of thinking that it would be better to let MPs go rather than just open up their phone.
Really? What, do you trust the MPs, do you?
No, I don't.
Apparently only 3 showed up. But I was going to say, I was outside the MHRA with Piers Corbyn and his lot, so I was just filming that. I missed it. Yeah, I did miss it. So, but you can't be everywhere at once. Yeah, it would have been just them basically pacifying us, appeasing us, saying, "Oh yeah."
He, in his position, have only found out about the dangers. I knew. Yeah. You know, as soon as the nonsense started. All you got to do is look at the animal trials. Yeah, and sweat. Well, they don't look, do they? They don't look, do they? They're just they're told how to vote via the party whip and stuff, and that's it really. And they just. But anyway, thank you very much. I'm gonna have a little. Might have a little walk over to that. What they do? I think, you know what, I'll walk back down to Downing Street, see what's going on. This is what all buses and stuff are seeing and cars when they turn into down Whitehall. I mean, that takes quite a lot of balls as well to actually hold up those signs in front of people as they're crossing, because you know you just get some people who just get triggered proper, right? So you can see that over there as well. So let's continue down. Let's see. Actually saying that, as I'm on this side, let's see what shills are in the St. Stephen's Tavern. And then we'll go back down to Downing Street. So it looks like they're doing up the St. Stephen's Tavern. But I'll be honest with you guys, this pub does need a bit of a do up because it's been like that. It's been the same for like decades. Anyway, there's no one there enough. Right, no one there I recognise. Got to delete some stuff, guys. I'm running out of room on my phone.
Yeah, it's good weather down here at the moment. It all came through. Anyway, guys, if you are liking this top content that I've been getting today, totally up to you. Only say because I'm passing by a pub. I'm passing by the pub, so straight away I'm like, buy me a beer. Don't buy me a beer from here. Fuck that. It's like £6 a pint. Fuck off. Here we go. Any shills? Any shills I recognise? Nah, they won't be out until past 5. Here's some chanting up ahead, guys. Let's see. Yeah, guys, you liking the content, you're welcome. Buy me a coffee, buy me a beer, buy me fuel for my hashtag van life, baby. Nice guy. Let's see. Where's all the other live streamers, guys? Hey, remember back in the day? You'd have us all out here. I'm like the tortoise. What is it? The tortoise and the hare. Start off slowly, but then I end up winning. I end up the one lasting.
Stand up for the people! No, not the corrupt! Please!
Calling them. Calling them, I heard someone just call the police a pedo warrior. Pedo warrior. You see up ahead there, guys, right by, there's all the press card holding shills, the state-approved journalists. Because you guys know, if you guys don't know, there's something called, if you don't know, there's something called the UK Press Authority, and basically, that's created in '92. And basically, the states and big media corporations, definition of corporatism, working together to determine who is a journalist. Believe it or not, guys, before the year '92, we actually used to have journalists. We didn't need the state to tell who's a journalist or not. And it's the same with, it's like, whenever protests are organised, it's like, no, you shouldn't have to ask the state whether you protest. That's the whole idea of freedom of assembly. This is what they do as well. They go, oh, you can protest over there. That's the designated protest pen. It's like, no, fuck off, mate. I'll protest wherever I want. I'm not going to let you tell me where to protest.
Whether they will have a general election or if they will themselves.
Yeah, Gino, but it's all that weight you've lost. Yeah, I'm the last man standing.
Finish this conversation.
Piggies, piggies, piggies! Out, out, out!
Go to the corner shop. What? Don't get a ball. Don't give a fuck about abuse. There we go. Yeah. How much battery power have I got? Where should I go?
Lovely.
Yeah, that's okay.
Hello again.
Hello.
You still live?
Yeah, I am.
How many
Yeah.
viewers you got?
It's almost 60.
60. I was just threatened by that policeman over there.
Yeah, what was that about? I heard it.
Yeah, so there's kids here. So
The Tories can do what they like to kids, but heaven forbid they hear the F word.
Well, if there's kids here, maybe their parents can take them home. That would be a wise idea, don't you think?
why do they only care about
Not really the place for kids. I'm taking kids around Westminster, mate. Probably won't see them again.
worried about kids till it comes to Prince Andrew?
Yeah, they're scared. They're scared the kids will. They're scared the kids will run off through the swearing. And they,
On that guy, mate. Just look at the post.
this is like the new Danny Shine. This chap here with the megaphone. It's the new Danny Shine.
Good. Ignorance is bliss. Enjoy your post while it lasts.
But
Friday.
Same place.
Definitely.
he's winding up the police. It seems. Obviously, these police nowadays they're not emotionally stable. You got every day, especially the Met, there seems to be some sort of crime that a Met copper has committed.
Yeah.
Heinous crimes.
Hello. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we have number 10 Downing Street. Home of the criminals, thieves, liars, paedophiles, murderers. You name it. Any crime that can be committed, it has been committed here at number 10 Downing Street.
Well, wasn't the new Home Secretary charges went more against?
How was that? Got shot?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that. Criminals, liars, frauds. Vaccine injured. Vaccine injured, man. It's giving Bowles palsy. No.
And I've got
Prince Andrew. They don't care about kids where Prince Andrew is concerned. That's what she said.
How dare you swear in front of them?
I know,
What
terrible.
dare you swear?
What are they going to do? Put the taser on me?
How dare the kids know they have freedom of speech?
I know.
Don't tell them that.
Don't tell the kids they've got freedom
How
of
dare you let my
speech.
son know that? Oh.
Yes, he does.
I wasn't afraid, Papa.
There I am.
Enjoy me.
Thank you. Is this coming? What's she there? Ugly crow woman.
Oh, it's Downing Street.
Ugly crow woman. Somebody get a scarecrow. That should scare her away.
You know what, guys? So annoying. Yeah, I didn't bring my power bank today. I just didn't think I'd be screwed.
What do we want?
Tories out!
When do we want them out?
Now!
What do we want?
Tories out!
And when do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Tories out!
When do we want it?
Now!
I'd also like the Snickers and the jam tarts as I want them there, please.
It's got a lazy tie now.
What's that?
It's got a lazy tie.
Oh, that one. Oh, look, another liar and a criminal. Bye, Mr. Liar. Bye, Mr. Criminal. It's me. You're right, man. I'm here representing the people of the United Kingdom. Tell Liz Truss don't come to Birmingham again either. You hear that? Then I don't come again. If you're filming this, you better make sure you put it on Instagram. Make sure you put a filter on it, is that alright? Of course you can.
Did you know my favourite video? What you did of going round
Tories out! 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 Tories out!
People coming out of the gate there.
Tories out! Tories out! Tories out! Tories out!
I would just say they're civil servants, but who knows?
There might be civil servants.
Still scums.
Has she been replaced yet?
We don't know yet, we're still waiting. I think Boris Johnson.
Okay. Boris too.
Yeah, Boris too. But he's enjoyed his holiday, hasn't he?
It's a Boris clone.
Give him a light, Tory.
One of his many kids are going to replace him.
Liars! Criminals! Thieves! Paedophiles! No, that's wrong. No problem.
So the people are Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson, which you soon
I might have to, guys, go at some point and recharge my battery because I foolishly haven't got a power bank on me. But I've got a socket and I've got a cable. But I haven't got a power bank. I thought you need that today, nothing's going to happen. Yeah, there's battery. Yeah, what better? But Gina, oh fine, it's all about the weight. We've lost, go faster. It's all.
Did you? Steady, I haven't moved, I have not moved.
Yeah, never forget. Flip TK. Rucksack, grey top. Gina, you trying to get the beer command up? It's exclamation mark beer together, but for some reason, just Nightbot refuses to work. I don't know why. Yeah, the Met Police should resign as well, yeah. Mostly tourists here, guys, just they're passing by, innit? A lot of them are asking now, what's going on? For that now. Yep, first world problems, I know. Who's coming down? What's going on?
Oh, thank you. You're amazing. You are. Thank you.
He got a mint. It was all worth it. He got a mint. That's like me when I do it. It was all worth it. I got a pint.
Home of murderers, liars, criminals. Stop oil. How do I think of it? I don't think about it.
I don't think about just stop oil, we said.
Hello, where are you from? Where? The press. What press? Okay.
Yeah, oh mint, he got a mint.
Because I want all the Tories out! 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 Are you going to put me on the paper? What does that mean about the teller? Okay, that's alright. Dance away. From this side, don't we? Come outside now! Liz Truss, come outside and face the people, face the music. You've destroyed the pound, you've destroyed the country, you've destroyed the economy, and now you're leaving. What do we want? Tories out! When do we want them out? Now! We want them out now! What do we want? Tories out! We want a general election! Yes or no? Yes! What do we want?
I'm like, yeah, let's have it, man. Let's put Labour in. Fuck it. I'm an accelerationist. I'm like, yeah, bring it, bring Keir Starmer. That's the only time people will wake up, isn't it?
Nobody ever.
What's up? Yeah, bring it.
Are you still filming, mate? For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
And we don't want Boris back either. And we don't want Labour, because they're all a bunch of liars as well.
There you go.
You're all corrupt. That's how it works in this country. One party comes in and destroys the country, and then the other one comes and destroys it. And then when they're done, the other one comes back to finish off even more. That's how politics works in the United Kingdom.
Yeah, he ain't.
I'm out of breath. I'm out of breath. Thank God it stopped talking. I'm out of breath now.
We want logic and rationality. We ain't going to get it with Labour or Tory or any of the parliamentary ones.
Bring back Guy Fawkes!
So much power, my God.
Bring back Guy Fawkes!
Oh, it's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock.
See you again. More durable.
Just still on, guys, so I hit a button and it said it was aborted. Let's see. Let's see if Nightbot's working as well. He's there, but he seems to be just banning people. Yeah, still on, cool. That's the thing about this prism is very temperamental.
Hello everyone, welcome to number 10 Downing Street. Yes, take the L, Liz, take that L. Alpha Liz Truss. Johnson, lock up on our blood. Find them 10,000 crowds. Lock up them bomb.
He's just coming out. This looks like the most.
She's coming outside all that because I've got things to do.
This is like Sir Humphrey Appleby coming out.
Tories out! Tories out! Tories out! Tories out! Tories out! Tories out!
He picked up a Just Stop Oil leaflet. Just go to the show, innit? Can you imagine if that was a pro-freedom one?
Tories out! Tories out!
Tories out!
Tories out! Sorry for a shit! I've been standing here all day, been a follow through it, but I'm going to throw it.
So it's 5 PM, guys. I'm gonna just let this battery die, and then once it does, I'm gonna go and then come back, and then go to Chelsea Town Hall, see what Godfrey Bloom and the others have to say. Unless something spicy kicks off, so I don't think it will personally.
I'll tell you what, hang on. When we meeting tomorrow at 11. I'll be here tomorrow. I'll be here. Can I have another seat, Bab?
I said, guys, let's do it. If you want to buy me a drink, it's up to you. The thing is, I wasn't even going to go to the pub because I thought. But I didn't think. I thought I wouldn't be live. I only thought I'd be live streaming for about. Half an hour or something on the yellow board. But now this has happened now.
All liars, all criminals, all frauds, all murderers.
Let me just get my UK press fire card out.
Tories out! 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 Tories out!
She's still in there.
Well, all the press are there, so
They were there. We walked past about 3 hours.
yeah, I know.
Then, so I don't
Well,
know.
she's probably so embarrassed that she doesn't want to face the cameras, I imagine. Shortest PM in history, I think.
Yeah.
For at least in modern history, anyway, definitely, but possibly all history.
What time did she resign? Was it this morning?
Well, I found out about 1 PM, so around that time, yeah, just before maybe.
And that guy was saying that Boris might be.
Well, I mean, yeah, you hear all these sensational rumours, don't you? But I can't see it personally because it just feels. I say Sunak, someone like that, or Penny Mordaunt.
Yeah.
That's what I say. I mean, look, the reality is, in my opinion, the establishment, the world establishment, they wanted Sunak as their man.
Yeah.
And then, but the thing is that they didn't. See, overall, they want Labour now to be the managing. I call it the management.
Yeah,
right? It's not a government; it's a management because I think we already live in a globalist world.
Yeah.
Where there is no such thing as national states now, sovereign states now, because you look at all of the world leaders around the world, despite all the different political philosophies, whether it's the Conservative Party here, the Labour in New Zealand and Australia, the Liberal Party in Canada, the Democrats in America, isn't it funny they all say the same stuff?
Right, exactly.
So I think it's all, democracy is all an illusion. What they have is styles of management that the establishment put in. They're not happy anymore with the Conservative management. So they want to use Don't Pay UK and things like that. Enough is enough to scoop out. The overall aim with them is to use them like a shoehorn and scoop out the Labour management and scoop out the Conservative management and put in the Labour management. I think that's the ultimate goal. But they want, for the temporary time being of that, they want Sunak as their man. Because he will put in a central bank digital currency. He's already been the Chancellor. He's already been getting the ball rolling on it. They just want him to finish the job really, and then put in because they can't. The thing is about the establishment, they can't control the Tory members, as in like the everyday people, right? Who are members of the Conservative Party, but they can manipulate the Labour members more better. They're more sort of brainwashed. They're more easily led. So I mean, Tories are easily led as well, but they're just
seems like more.
So they whirled it down to 2 candidates, Truss and Sunak, and they wanted them to choose Sunak, but they didn't rig the elections or anything like that. So the members chose Truss, not because they like Truss, but because fuck you, we're not giving you Sunak, right? Even though they didn't want Truss anyway. It's like in elections, you're voting for the less worst option. So that's what I think it is. I think they'll put in. I wouldn't be surprised if Sunak or maybe even Hunt, and then put Sunak back in as the Chancellor. I don't know whether can a Prime Minister also be the Chancellor? I don't know what the legal things. Well, I don't know. I mean, we have the Deputy Prime Minister was also the Health Secretary. That one with whatever her name, I can't remember her name.
That's an informal role, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. So I don't know. So we'll see what happens. But maybe Michael Gove. I don't know. But I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what's going to be? I mean, it could be Boris, but I just don't. I think he's just had his time. I don't.
Yeah. I think they wanted him out, didn't they?
Yeah.
They wanted him. I think I get the feeling he was resisting the establishment, or deep state, whatever you want to call it. I think he was perhaps he pushed back a little bit.
Yeah, he was. They basically wanted Trudeau. They wanted Joe Biden. They wanted someone who just do as they're told, be as ruthless to their people as possible.
Yeah. And you saw that in New Zealand and Canada during COVID. Australia was bad. And, the UK was getting there. Canada and New Zealand. Authoritarian.
Yeah, but I just think now, I mean, I used to be a political candidate as well. I used to stand for elections, I used to stand for parliament, for councils and all that, right? Yeah. Now, I don't even vote anymore, mate. I just think this whole system just needs to go now, in my opinion. So I'm more of an accelerationist now. So I'm like, bring in Keir Starmer, bring it, keep printing money. Times get tough. That's when people wake people to fuck up, right? So I'm like, bring it on. It's like what I say. It's like, good times create weak men.
That's right.
Hard times create strong men. We need to go through hard times, mate, in order to get strong people out now. Because all we do, if we put Boris back in as PM, we're just going to continue with what the bullshit we have now, which is already slowly crumbling anyway. So it's just going to slowly get worse, right? It's still getting worse, but just at a slower level. That's bullshit. That's a bullshit idea. So I'm just like, yeah, bring on the worst people, mate. I'm just like, yeah, bring it on. Bring it on, mate. Let's get people to wake up and actually start doing something that they've done in India and all that sort of stuff.
She's got blonde hair.
Yeah, Paul Essex, breaking news. The CEO of IKEA has just been announced as the favourite to become the UK's next Prime Minister. He's currently in the process of assembling his cabinet. Very good. Very good, Paul Essex. Very good.
Have you got a YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's called Delivering Liberty. Yeah, and I work with Unity News Network, UNN. Do you know that? Yeah. So check us out. Unity News. You on Telegram? Yeah. So just type in UNN.
Yeah, or Delivering Liberty.
Yeah, delivering. I got a Telegram channel too. Yeah, and then then just join. Yeah, join us. Yeah, we're going to go once because there's new versions of Telegram now that have live streaming capabilities. So so you've got to download the newest version from the website directly, from the Telegram website directly. But once people start getting the newer version, we'll live stream. We got on Telegram, UNN's got about just over 20,000 followers. So that's quite a good, uptake. So we're on main channels. When I'm on, I broadcast. I also put in my YouTube channel when I'm broadcasting as well, just for more. Man, check it out. No worries, man. No worries. Take care, man. See you later. So let's have a Walker. That would be a possibility, but reality, no, I don't think so. That's like saying Desmond Swain's going to be the next Prime Minister.
How tall do you reckon he is? 5'3"?
6'1".
No, the short one.
Oh, the short one, 5'2".
5'2". Solid 5'2".
Daydream Believer is Anna Breeze. What did you say? What did you say to get their attention? Oh, you're swearing, you said. Is that what it was? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they said I was swearing.
Like, protest however you want, just don't say the F word, there's kids here.
Yeah, but swearing's not a crime, though, that's the thing. But see, this is the danger of the with the Section 5 thing. It can be manipulated. That needs to go, in my opinion. Because they can weaponise that Section 5 to mean literally anything. Liz Truss. Liz Truss is the carcass of Liz Truss. There she is. Guys, am I still live? Please do give me a check.
Don't get arrested.
Gladly get arrested.
Look at the size of them figures.
Come on, let's go over there. COVID vax. No, you stay there. Yeah?
Oh no, I'm not shit.
I am.
Is that Piers Corbyn's lot? Guys, am I still online? Just give me a check, see if I'm still online. Yeah, because I'm running out of battery, man. What's this song, guys? Who sings this song? Are you working? Come on, man. Okay, is it okay now, guys? Not buffering anymore? I've got about 5 minutes left for battery power, so I'm just gonna, if anything does, I've got my other phone. I've got my other phone with me. If it is bad, I will simply swap and something happens, I mean. Thank you, Catherine. I just got a text from you there. Yeah, you're online, but it's buffering a bit. Okay. I hate this song. The Truth Movement does have terrible... That's not the Truth Movement. That's from the... That song sounded quite good in my opinion. Anna Breeze. Will Charles Walker be the next PM? Fucking delusional idiot. Go somewhere to charge my phone. Why are we crawling when the world is our feet? Indeed, indeed. Flip. Let's see. Where's that thing tonight?